Okay, so let's add some flames, realistic flames. What we have is we've got our model and he's stirred up some soot. So let's go ahead and create a realistic flame fire pit place thing. Okay, so what we do is use our ellipse tool. I guess you could use anything, but this is to define the area that the flame's going to be. Now, let's also feather this, and we feather this by, and I don't know, the feathering depends on the size of imaging, but 40 should probably be pretty good. Now we create a new layer, and we want that layer to be black. It sounds crazy, I know, but black there, so foreground color fill, bang. Now what we want to do is we want to fill the ellipse with white. So fill. You can see how we sort of feather the edges and it sort of blends out. Probably actually shouldn't have done that, but anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to filters, and we go clouds and go difference clouds. Now let's just crank up the X size and the Y size, and the detail can go up. Let's just see how that looks. Okay, so it doesn't look too bad. What we want to do now is we want to, well, actually let's change this layer to screen, and screen means that anything that's black is actually invisible or see-through. It goes through the next layer. Okay, so what we want to do now, and in fact what we can do now is we can select all, so either select all, and what we want to do is go into change the color. So let's work on shadows, crank up red, crank up the blue or increase the yellow, and red up, yellow, red up, and yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's go okay. Now that's not too bad. It's looking a bit like coals or glowing embers. Let's go for a smudge tool, and let's smudge tool, that should be fine. Let's make it a little larger. Oh, that's not the smudge tool, is it? This is the smudge tool. Okay, so let's crank up the size a little bit to, and we just smudge away. So to give it the flame look. Smudge, 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 smudge. Just sort of more random the better. Then what we do is we grab our eraser and we just erase what we don't need. So that foreground bit to give it a better look. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Now, one thing you can do is let's delete this layer, and what we can also do is, if you want to make it look a little less, I don't know, a little less, let's go screen again, make it look a less I guess, fiery, what we can do is make snap all same. Let's fill with white. Now this time when we do our difference clouds, actually we could just go reshow, but nah. So difference clouds. Let's not have so much detail and see what happens. Doesn't make much difference actually. Not bad. As you can see, let's change the layer blend mode to normal. Let's go back to screen. What we can do now is if we go colors, and if we go curves, and this is what I should have done the last time. Now watch what happens as we pull this curve down. You can see that it's changing how much white and how much black is in that. So if we go something like that and click OK, you can see it's just little specks of white. And these little specks of white are pretty much what we're going to be working with now. So let's color that, color balance. Red, yellow, shadows, red, yellow, highlights, red, yellow. Okay. And then again, go edit, select all. And now what we have is, looks like glowing embers. To feather the edges, we could do again. And again, if you wanted to create a little bit of flame, let's add a bit of flame smudge. And so add a little bit there. If you wanted to increase that, what we do is create a duplicate layer, and in fact cancel that one and duplicate it, and we could do is on this top layer we could just delete. Maybe it's not going to graze at work, is it? Okay, finally, all we need to do is to delete on the top layer, delete on the bottom, second layer, and there you go. We've got our guy playing with his fire on a total fireband day.